Hello, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
And this is our review of the Hot Toys Rocket Raccoon action figure from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
And for once, it's a hot toy that's shorter than us.
Yeah, I know, I didn't think that would happen. Well, we already showed the intro of opening up the 2-pack box, which you can see the 2-pack exclusive Sideshow Collectibles box back there. And this would be the Rocket Raccoon that came with that 2-pack. And we're doing his review first, and then we'll do Groot's. Okay, here we go. I guess first we'll show off that he comes with this little base. This got the little... See, like, so far all the Hot Toys figures we got had, like, the little hook thing that went up on their crotch. And this is the first one we got where it, like, wraps around the torso.
And it's got foam, like protective foam on the inside of the clip so it doesn't mess them up.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And it's like it's like a spring too. It like goes back into place. I like that. I really like this.
It was kind of hard to get on to the post though because there's actually a screw in there that you have to unscrew it, slide it on, and then tighten it. And I kept dropping the fucking screw.
But yeah, well, that's a nice, really nice base. It's the same base basically as the Star-Lord and the Gamora that I already did reviews of. It's got that nice texture to help keep it from sliding around. And the first thing I really noticed from this figure is the gun, because we bought the Hasbro Marvel Legends Infinite series Rocket Raccoon, and also there was like, what's that called, like the Titan series. That's like the 10-inch real shitty figures that comes with a gun.
I was gonna say the piece of shit series.
Yeah.
Why would you even buy this series?
I mean, it's kind of weird comparing a $10 figure to like a $200 figure, but it's just...
It's pathetic even for $10.
Yeah, just this gun is just so ridiculously detailed. Like, there's like just so much going on in this gun, so many layers and pieces. It's really, really cool compared to the other thing.
If you look into it, it even has like the 4 barrels at the end.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. I don't even know if the other ones did that. But first we'll go over the actual rocket figure, and I think he's really amazing. However, I think the fur could have been done a little better. I'm not sure how. It
looks good, he's just not as amazing as all of the other Hot Toys we have.
Yeah, we've got a few Hot Toys figures now, and I think he could have looked a little better. But I'm still amazed with it, don't get me wrong. This is the best.
They did a good job on his face.
Yeah, this is the best Rocket Raccoon that I think is available in any kind of toy there is.
Yeah, definitely, with what I've seen.
NECA even made a life-size Rocket Raccoon, and I think this is better than a life-size Rocket Raccoon because I've seen that in person, and it's not as good as this. But I love the eyes, though. He's like, the eyes look real. They're like beady-looking eyes. You can see like the reflections in them, or the light reflecting in them.
And we were saying before we started recording, though, that they should have had him come with a screaming face too.
Yeah, like the one on the box up there.
That would have been awesome with his teeth showing.
That'd be cool.
Well, I mean, his teeth are showing, but like...
Because in this 2-pack, Groot comes with his screaming head, so it'd been cool if Rocket also came with a screaming head. I do like that he comes with a nice, real cloth suit, just like other Hot Toys figures. And just like some of the other Hot Toys figures we have, it gets a little tight around the crotch area, it seems. You can't get too much articulation out of his waist, or thighs, or whatever.
They actually have on the instruction packet a list of like how many degrees you can turn each joint without breaking it.
Yeah.
His elbows don't bend backwards at all. They only go straight.
Well, you shouldn't want to bend them backwards anyway.
No.
And they still go pretty far forwards, like a little over 90 degrees. Or I guess it'd be, what, under 90 degrees. But this figure is still pretty amazing. Like, he's even got real whiskers. That's really cool.
Did you say 190 degrees?
No, 90. Like, this will be like,
me.
This will be 90 degrees, and then this would be like less than 90 degrees. A little bit less. And you can bend it a little bit at the knee. Not a whole lot. The pants do kind of limit them. And then at the thigh area, it's a little limited there too. But you can still get him in decent amount of poses.
And it's not like he does like a whole bunch of kick flips or anything.
No. Up here though, like he doesn't move too much at the waist though. I'm not sure if he moves at all waist. See, I'm just moving his legs there. I'm not sure if his waist really...
No, his waist is moving a little bit.
Just a tiny bit. And his arms pop off pretty easily.
And his tail, because you already knocked that off once.
Yeah, his tail pops off a little kind of easily. But still, it's really easily articulated. Yeah, them arms pop off easy. Like I was just trying to show you how the articulation, and it just pops off. Go back on there. And the wrist, see, they got a joint like it could bend forward, but it doesn't move forward very much. It could spin really good.
Well, the pegs that it goes in on, it just goes in on him like a straight peg. I don't think it's supposed to bend. Because we already switched the hands once.
I do like the articulation on the neck because it's got two joints, one right there and one there. Or one there, one there. That's pretty nice. Because that's one thing that really sucked about the Marvel Legends Infinite series. It's kind of weird comparing that to this. You got that one over there? See, there's a little tiny Marvel Legends Infinite series, and it looks like he has articulation, but he don't want to move at all. Like, it's just, he barely moves at all. So it's cool this one has some decent neck articulation.
He's got orange spots in his crotch.
This is, I do, like, give them credit, because a furry little tiny figure would be something very difficult to articulate. Like, it's just a very difficult figure to pull off. Something that's got fluffy fur, and then trying to give it articulation, that's difficult. But I guess since we have him out, I'll give you a little size comparison. That's the little 6-inch scale Marvel Legends figure.
I would say, as far as the paint job goes, that they did a pretty good job. I think it could have been a little bit better as far as looking like fur. I'm not a painter though, so I couldn't describe what way it could be different. Just looking at it, it looks like it could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, I remember that when I was in school, I had a project where I had to sculpt a tiger cross of the bat, and the teacher loved my sculpt, but once I painted it, he's like, "Your painting really screwed it up. It's hard to paint fur because shading fur, it's just difficult." So even me, even though I painted fur, I don't know what you do to make it better.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing to do well.
We were talking about this before, like the Chewbacca, Star Wars Chewbacca coming up has real fur, but he's so tiny and his fur's so small, and it's shaped in a certain way that I don't think they could pull off real fur with this figure. I think that would look terrible. It looked like a stuffed animal. So I think it was smart to do sculpted fur. But still, it's just, I don't know how you would do it right.
They should have given him felt like Moss Man.
I don't know.
That probably would have looked horrible. But, like, one thing I noticed is, like, where his white on his face goes around, like, on the side.
Yeah.
The white kind of trails off a little bit. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what it does.
I don't know, it just looks like it trails off too far, like right there.
Maybe, yeah. No, I really like his suit too. All this metal and leathery looking stuff is all like separate pieces over top of the cloth material. They did a really good job on that. And this little thing, I don't know what this is. I don't think they ever say in a movie, but it looks pretty cool. It's painted differently. It's almost like, looks like marble, sort of, in a way. Almost looks like a pool ball. A light blue pool ball stuck in his back. I like the orange suit. However, this is one of them things where I think it's just the fabric's a little too big, and I don't think there's much they can do about it. It's just that his figure is just short. So I mean, his character is just short. So the real cloth is just, there's only so much they can do.
Yeah, because you can't really. I don't think it'd be easy to get your hands on fabric with that tiny of a weave and be able to make figures with it.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's also part of the reason that it's a little tight on him.
There is one thing that kind of bothers me.
What?
Being able to see, like, behind his arm.
Oh, right there, yeah.
Yeah. Because they're usually really good about, like doing
joints.
decent articulation and hiding it. And that just seems off.
But pretty much every gripe with this figure has to do with
how tiny he is.
Yeah, he's just so small.
Like, I'm not saying it's a bad figure. I'm just saying things that I would like to be done better. But I think for the project at hand, they did a really good job.
Yeah, that's one of the things about the Hot Toys figures like this one. This is better than pretty much most figures I get. It's just that still, when something's so amazing, you still notice things that aren't as good.
And part of the point in doing reviews is to be honest, not to just glaze over things. You know what I mean? Like,
I try not to, like, some videos I'm just like, awesome, 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 goodbye. but like, I do like to point out if there's something that bugs me, I like to say it.
I mean, with him, the only thing that I would say is like a major down point is being able to see behind his arms, because that just looks weird if you look at him from the side.
Actually, I didn't even notice that till you told me. Damn
well, that's because you're holding him and I'm looking at him from the side.
Yeah. But overall, I really love this figure. I think he's really awesome. However, if you bought him by himself, I think he's over $200, and
that seems like a lot.
That does seem like a lot for him. I think for his size, he should have been a little less. I'll compare him to Tyrion now, because Tyrion's a recent 3-0 6-scale figure we got, and he's also short. Now here he is next to the Game of Thrones Tyrion made by 3-0. So I think 3-0 did a pretty good job of making this figure, but even this figure, just his body is still big, like bigger than Rocket Raccoon, and I think still would be. Rocket Raccoon would be more.
Look at those little tiny fingers.
Yeah, those are tiny. Like, that'd be difficult. And I think the point I was going to have of comparing these is just 3-0 is not as established, so their figures are a little cheaper. And Tyrion was like 110, 120, somewhere around there. And Rocket Raccoon, I think, is up in the 200s. So I don't know. It's hard to compare since this company's not as big as Hot Toys. But it just seems weird. I think this Tyrion figure is done better than Rocket Raccoon, but he's like almost $100 cheaper. So I guess we could show off a couple of his other hands that he comes with and feet. So he comes with these alternate feet, which are more of like, see, these feet that he has on now are more like flat feet. And I guess these are more like attack feet. I don't know. Posing feet. Put them on in a minute.
I think he'll stand better with those feet though, because I noticed with the flat feet on the stand, his feet don't want to touch the bottom. Like, I kept adjusting the stand and they just don't want to lay flat on the stand.
Yeah, we'll try that and see. Right now he has the hands that he has on are the ones to hold the gun. And these are basically just
flat hands and fists.
Yeah, flat hands don't do nothing, and then punching fist hands. So there's pissed off Rocket with his fists up in the air. And then you can see his feet. I put the other feet on. I think I like them better. It just looks more like how you'd be standing most of the time.
Yeah, it looks more natural.
And I like that fist too. It just looks like he's just
tiny fist.
I'm gonna kick your ass with my little tiny fist. His arm just popped off. He
punched himself in the chin too. Oh, and I was saying this earlier, and Mr. Evilcheese said he agreed with me. The only thing that would have made this 2-pack like that much awesomer, it would have been better than Groot's yelling head or even a yelling head for Rocket, is if he came with the guy's prosthetic leg. That
would have been amazing.
That would have made me so happy.
I never even thought of that until she said that. That would have been ridiculous. Should we show him with the flat hands, or is that even important? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think you need to. I mean, they're just
they're
flat a lot
hands.
Like the hand that he was holding the gun with, actually.
Just show them up close. You can see what they look like. Okay, we'll do some comparisons to that other Rocket we're talking about with the shitty purple gun.
The horrible Rocket.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of, you ever see those pictures and memes online with the different tattoos, and it says it gets what you pay for, and there's like a retarded cartoon lion and then like a really cool lion with the prices underneath. That's what's going on here. You pay $10, you get this piece of shit.
Yeah. It's pretty, from a distance you might squint and say, they're not too different. But yeah, get a good look at them. Well, not even a good look, just a quick look, and yeah. This is the $10 figure, that's the Hot Toys figure. That's
this
quite
one, like, they didn't even paint the back of his suit, it's just gray.
Yeah.
And why the fuck is his gun purple?
I don't know.
That bothers me so much.
The face, like the eyes are just the same color as the fur. That's pretty bad. But look at this gun. Big purple gun for some reason. I don't know where they got purple from. But it's all one color,
like,
just purple.
If you're not gonna paint it, that's one thing. But at least make it like brown or gray, not fucking purple.
The sculpt isn't horrible on this. It's not too bad, but still. But look, they don't even have the four.
You're holding one upside down.
I am? Oh yeah, I am.
Now you're holding them both upside down.
Okay, there we go. Sorry. Okay. But like they don't have the four little, what do you call them?
I call them barrels.
4 barrels, yeah. It's just flat on there. But yeah, like this thing has different pieces like glued together. Like that's just ridiculously detailed.
The top one has like the bar that goes across the top part, and this one is just like a ledge. Yeah, like that, it's just like a solid piece.
And the scope too. Look at the scope. I mean, it's kind of like, I kind of feel weird comparing a $10 figure to a $200 figure, but it's just, why not? It's just so.
For me though, like on the cheaper figure, the gun is done better than the fucking toy is.
Yeah.
The toy is horrible.
This toy is terrible. Look at that fur on his neck.
He looks like a fucking Frosty from Wendy's.
Yeah, he does. I could lick him. He doesn't look angry or anything. He just, I'm a boring raccoon.
He looks like an actual raccoon, and he's like, why the fuck did they put clothes on me? I'm confused.
Yeah, and the really ridiculous stripes on his tail, too.
Yeah, the little one did, too. They were really dark.
Mm.
There's his tail.
Well, that kind of, like, you can't really see the stripes on his.
Seems like they're not dark enough, and the other ones are too dark.
These could be a little darker. Well, no, that's the 3 rock raccoons that I own. Oops, I'm like that one over. Okay, we're gonna do a comparison to our previously reviewed figures of Star-Lord and Gamora, just to get a little size comparison. And he's really tiny compared to them, which just makes sense because he should be. So there they all are together. The Rocket, Star-Lord, and Gamora. And I think the height's pretty accurate.
Looks right, yeah.
And they really look cool together. And Slumbercat mentioned that these feet, although they're pretty cool for action poses, he's not very good at standing up without the stand.
Yeah, he was kind of leaning on his tail.
Yeah, you need to tell. That's pretty much every Groot figure so far. I mean, every Rocket figure so far needs the tail to stand on him.
But he comes with the stand, and he should be fine when he's on the stand because it holds him pretty well.
Yeah, I do really like this figure. I think it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I love this figure. I do think it should be a little cheaper than the other Hot Toys figures.
Because it's like a third of their size.
Yeah. The quality's a little less because he's so small. But that gun is amazing. It's a really, really detailed gun.
And for a figure that's so hard to do justice, they did a good job.
Yeah.
It is really nice.
Like, there's been several Rocket Raccoon toys that have come out. And although they're way, way cheaper, they just aren't that great. And this is really good.
And I love his whiskers. They look like they're made out of, like, little white dog hairs or something. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're really good.
But I really loved all the options, all the different hands, and he's got the extra feet, and the gun's really cool. And the stand, I really like the little hook stand that grabs onto his waist. That's really cool.
I'm excited to see how well it works to put him on top of Groot's shoulder.
Yeah, we'll do that in the Groot review, probably towards the end of the Groot review, which we'll be doing next. I love this figure. I'm not sure if the 2-pack is, the exclusive Sideshow Collectibles 2-pack is still available, but if it is, I'd say get it, because I think it's probably better than buying them separate. I think it's cheaper and
you get yelling Groot face.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
And an extra potted plant. Or maybe both potted plants. I'm not sure if that's what I'm confused about. I'm not sure if both potted plants are...
You're supposed to know this stuff.
Well, I don't know. I thought that you just... I thought what it was you bought this 2-pack, you just got the potted Groot plant. But then I opened it up and there's 2 in there, so... Maybe it's just one of them. I don't know. Yeah, it's confusing. Well, I love this figure. I think it's really awesome.
And I really like this figure. Love is a strong word.
Well, you don't love it.
I don't know if I love it. I really like it. It's really nice.
Okay, well, yeah. Out of all the 6 scale figure we have, which is like maybe 6 or 7, this is probably my least favorite. But still,
that doesn't mean anything because they're all really fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's still better than most of the figures I have out of all my figures. So, yeah, this is really awesome. Well, this is Mr. Evilcheese.
And I'm Zombie Cat.
Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Okay, so why the hell are you carrying me around again? Seriously, you gotta try this out. Come on. Alright, but I better not get hit. They're actually squeezable. I know, man. I was telling you.
Oh, damn it, man. You see them other pictures there? Why don't you click on one of them to see the video? Or you could subscribe, Nate. Oh, damn it.